Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm knitting a bit of the pink and white one. It's the first time I've picked this knitting up since I did the back. That's all I have done is the back for it. I just haven't had time to do any of it because I keep those to do those things early in the morning. But today I've been on my PDF all day. I found a little fault in the pattern. Actually, I printed it out for myself. I have it here. I'm actually using my own pattern instead of my big book with it in. So I printed it out for myself and I was just glancing through it and I realised I hadn't put on how much wool you would need for the hat. And then I looked a bit further down and I had the left front on, but I didn't have the right front to tell, to reverse all the shaping as for the left front. That's what I've written. I've written it down the very bottom of the passage, down the bottom there, myself on the pattern, which if anybody's printed the pattern off, that's all you can do. All you need to do is that little bit, and the little bit I've wrote up, where is it? A little bit up there where there was a little bit space up the top, telling how much wool that you might need for the hat. I don't really know how much the hat took me. I've put 100-gram ball for the hat because it does take quite a bit, because it's quite, there's quite a lot of stitches actually, for the whole, you go around the whole head, and there's quite a lot for the pom-pom as well. So it's best to be on the safe side now, but you need about 100-gram ball for the hat. So they were two little things I had forgot to put on the pattern. And I know that I would have had to have put that right front down, telling people to reverse the stitches, because a seasoned knitter would know what to do. They wouldn't be bothered about that missing off. But somebody who's just learning to knit might not understand that. I actually had a girl message me one time. It wasn't off one of my patterns. She had done one of my tutorials. She's done a little cardigan off one of my early tutorials I had done. And she was asking about the shaping on the, she says, I've reversed. I'm not going to say her name, she'll know who I'm talking about. She's watching. She said she had reversed all the shaping, but she says, the shaping on the armhole, she says, it just doesn't look right, because she says they're both leaning the same way. So what she didn't realise was when you do a back of something, when you do the armhole shaping, it's when you start it off on one side, it's slip one, knit one, or it's knit one, slip one, pass the slip stitch over. And when you come to the other side, it's knit two together, knit one. Well, she had done the left side and it was knit one, slip one, pass the slip stitch over. So she had done that on the other side as well. So the shape was both leaning that way. Both ways were going that way instead of one going that way and one going that way, or going that way and that way, whichever way it was. So that's new knitters will not realise that. So I actually put on the bottom, which I don't really put on about the armhole shaping, but I thought I'd better for, the ones that's just learning to knit actually. So I've put for the right front, reverse all shaping as for left front. And for the armhole shaping, you knit two together and knit one. So nobody's going to make that same mistake and do the slip stitch on both sides. But I've just come back. I had to walk over the post office, sorting out all the my subscribers that had asked me to print the patterns out and send them off. So I've been over and posted all those off to get those, but I did have to sort, because I had sent out all those patterns without that little bit of information on PDFs yesterday, one or two this morning before I noticed that. So I've been sending out, I did the PDF again, sorted out again, and I've added those instructions on, and I've sent out the a new PDF to everybody that I had sent the PDF to, so they've got the proper instructions, and seeing even if they've already printed it out, they can already just print that little bit on the pattern. It doesn't take up a lot of room, but took me ages. I thought I was never coming to the end of those emails. Didn't realise how many I had sent out, but it's all done now, and I can get back to my knitting anyway. And I'm onto one of the sides of the little cardigan. But it was a lovely day when I was walking over to the it was actually warmer outside than it is in my house. I think I've actually warmed up since I came back home, because my hands were cold in this house. And I went for a walk over to the post office, and the sun was shining. And actually, I have to cross over a railway line just outside my garden. There's a railway line. There's some trees, and there's a railway line runs along, and there's a gate you have to open to cross over the railway lines. And when I put my hand on that wood, it was hot. The sun had been shining on it, and I thought, oh, it's getting nice weather. So looks like we may be getting a little bit of our spring. And if we start getting some nice weather, I will not be sitting in all day knitting like I did last year. I neglected my garden last year because of all the knitting I had to do and that. And whatever I have to do now, I'm going to be in my garden doing what I normally do, what I've done every year except last year. I do like to grow a lot of my own vegetables and things like that, so I will probably be working in my garden during the day and just doing whatever knitting I can of a night time. So any things, when I finish this little one here, I have the blanket here. This is for Daggery, the lady in the United States. I haven't got a lot more of this to do. Oh, that needle's gone all the way through there. That's it, pull it out. That's how much of the blanket. I can cut far enough back. I'm not sure. I'll do this to the length to 30 inches. I'm not sure what it is. I'll measure it and see how much more I've got to do. It's about 21, nearly 22 inches. So I've got about another 8 inches in length to do in the blanket. And it's quite quick with the using the 2 strands of wool and the thick needles and that. But I have another one to do like this. I have one I'm going to do pink and white when I finish this one. So in the meantime, if I'm going to be working in my garden and doing knitting when I can, when I finish this little cardigan here, I have a one for a lady called Karen. She wants exactly the same, blue and white, like the other one. I've done the same size, 16 inch. She's already paid me for it, so I'll be doing that one after this one. And then I have 2 little rosebud cardigans to do for Rhiannon. I'll be doing them. It won't take me very long to do these ones now that I've got the PDF all sorted and everything. So I'll be doing those, and as well as doing the blanket, I'll be doing a bit of the blanket and a bit of the cardigans during the day and that. I'm not really bothered about my own things at the moment. I can catch up on my own anytime I want, because I've got plenty sweaters and cardigans, and I'll starting to wear cardigans anyway in the summer, because I'll be wearing t-shirts. And as soon as this warmer weather is starting to come about. And I forgot to switch that over after I'd done 2 rows. I twist the wool around every 2 rows, and I forgot, which means I've got a longer little strand to pull up the side there. That's what I do when I'm talking. I forget some things, to do some things. And that's my row I'm going to be dropping down. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I've done that. Well, I'll have to see where I start off this. Well, I forgot where I start the thing off with. The left front, there it is. Knit 2. Starting off with knit 2 and then 5 below. Yes, knit 2. Knit 2 in the pink. And then go 5 below. 1, 2, 3, 4. pick up the fifth stitch. Pick up the fifth stitch, come up underneath all those stitches you've dropped, and then knit all those stitches together. And that's the first of the blackberry. I like doing these little ones actually because they don't take that long to do. It's amazing. You can do a little one, it takes maybe one ball of wool, 100-gram ball of wool. And if I set my mind to it and set on, I can do one in a day. You can start early in the morning and I can have it finished for night time. Now I can do an adult cardigan which takes 4 balls of wool, say. It would take me weeks to knit those 4 balls of wool, but I can do one ball like this and maybe it's a day, maybe it's a day and a half. I don't know how it takes so long for when you're knitting a large thing. I think you get sick because you've got many stitches on the needle. But anyway, that's just my little bit for today to let you know what I've been doing, what I've been up to. And if anyone else wants any more PDFs of this blackberry, just send me an email. Everybody will get the full one with the little alteration put right on it. And I will be looking through my book to see what other little ones I can start doing. I am going to do sort out a PDF for all the rosebud ones and put them all into one instead of a lot of single patterns. But I have some other patterns that I have been doing in my book. You know, the basket stitch patterns and just other patterns that I need to start doing some other sizes to work out to put those onto PDF format. Dear knows when I'll get around to them though. So anyway, that's it for today. So thumbs up and subscribe and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.